Hey, I'm Mac. Welcome back to my channel. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe and consider joining my Patreon for access to new videos totaled 24 hours early, as well as some Patreon exclusive content. So, as a part-time YouTuber with a full-time job, too many hobbies, and a sexual appetite that is stronger than I feel comfortable taking ownership of, I frequently find myself out of the loop. And so I have been trying to get back into the loop on several topics. And one of those is Miss Boss Lee, or Jessie Lee, who is an MLM coach who is the top earner in Prüvit, which is a MLM that sells a product that is supposed to help you get into a ketogenic state for a keto diet, or at least to get the benefits of that without actually having to do the keto diet. It's bullshit. And perhaps I'll explain why later, but it's a long explanation. So without further ado, we're going to check in with Jessie Lee. This is her most recent video on YouTube, and it is about the Prüvit compensation plan. So I'm going to just ask that you please wait to click out of the video and go sign up for Prüvit. Please, if you're going to do that, please wait until the end of the video. I realize it's probably going to be really convincing and you guys are really, you're all going to want to sign up for it. So just wait, okay? Because I need that AdSense since I fail at network marketing, okay? So let's go!
Hey everyone, how are you? My name is Jessie Lee, and I'm excited to talk to you today about Prüvit's compensation plan. I am the top paid earner in Prüvit. My title is Legend, and I'm excited to share this with you today.
Well, let's just remember that a legend is usually a story that is not true. So I guess that's fitting for our girl here.
Today. I have been part of Prüvit for 5 years and counting if you're watching this at the time of recording, which is in 2023, and our team continues to grow. And as somebody who has been part of Prüvit now for over 5 years and thriving every single year over year,
I would like to point out that Prüvit was founded in I believe 2014. Let me check. They were founded in 2015, which is 7 years ago. So she's been in it for, quote, over 5 years. So I'm going to go with that probably helped her to get to being the top earner at Prüvit. I'm going to say that probably had a lot to do with it. And the people that she's trying to recruit are not going to be able, they're not going to have that same opportunity that she had, because too many people have heard about Prüvit already. The gold rush has already been tapped out. I really want to do a video on the Klondike Gold Rush because I think that it's a really good example of how it's sort of the oldest story ever told, the whole bigger chain of fools thing. Also because Gold Rush history is gay history. It is.
Will tell you the compensation plan has indeed changed, but has only had additions made to it, not things that have been ever taken away from us, which I think is a really important thing to know if you are looking at a network marketing opportunity. There's a lot of companies that take things away from their promoters, from their consultants, from their distributors. And in my experience now being over 5 years, we have had bonuses added, which is why I'm doing this opportunity video for you guys. But we have not had anything taken away. So,
except all your money and savings and credit score and relationships. But other than that.
With that said, I'm going to go ahead and jump in, and I'm going to share some screen stuff as well, because for me, this is something that we need to kind of follow along with because, well, quite frankly, I think you need to see it visually. So I want to go through step by step our actual compensation structure and plan. And so these are some things that are important. The first thing is that you're going to have the difference between a customer and a distributor. So as you can see, as a customer,
I cannot imagine walking into the warehouse and telling a new employee, so you need to know the difference between a customer and a distributor. Like, okay, well, that's usually clear, in most business transactions. You usually don't have to tell them that there's a difference between a customer and a distributor. Usually that's obvious.
We love our customers. The customers are the backbone of the business.
I also cannot imagine walking into the warehouse and being like, guys, customers are the backbone of our business. Like, yeah, no shit. That's obvious. Oh, your business has customers? That's very that's so unexpected that you have customers. What a strange business idea to have customers.
The customer ratio in Prüvit is extremely high, which is obviously in compliance with the FTC.
Okay, and I also cannot imagine going into the warehouse and being like, guys, the customer to distributor ratio is very high here. Like, we have so many real customers and we only have a few employees essentially who are buying all of our own products. Like, no, yeah, that's how business works, sweetheart. Well, I guess it's not how network marketing works because it's a pyramid scheme.
And on top of that, you should note that there is a limit of 1 customer account per household, and that is monitored by our back-end system.
I would say that the fact that you need to monitor that says a lot about the character of the people in your company.
With that said, if you're somebody who just loves the product, you love the pure therapeutic ketones, you've had a great experience with it, or you've never even had an experience yet with it, grab a box, give it a try. I do suggest that you set up what we call a smart ship. It's an auto ship program, and the reason why I would set it up is because
it's because it gives me a lot more money, because I probably get some sort of bonus for getting you on auto ship. That's why. Okay, don't give me this crap, Jessie.
all recurring orders and orders that you make, you do get 22% off. So you can cancel at any time. There's nothing locking in for an amount of time, but you will be rewarded for the length of time that you have the customer account set up. Promoters, though, are people like me, people who saw a business opportunity and said, I think I will give this a try. And so I gave this a try starting in 2017. And like I said, I've been doing this ever since.
And they were founded in 2015.
And here's how this works. So you have an annual membership fee of $49 US. That's it. There are no monthly charges. There are no monthly requirements, anything like this. That is our once annual fee that you charge on the anniversary of the date that you join. That covers your website expenses, your cloud membership, all of your back office, any kind of tracking progress in the back office, any of that stuff. All business tools are included inside of that $49. So I'm going to go ahead through this. If you have questions about when you get paid, pretty easy. All bonuses are calculated on daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or annual periods, depending on what the bonus is. And then the payment is sent out. Pay weeks, it says, you can read it, begins at 12 a.m. Monday, blah, 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 whatever. The one thing I would tell you that you might want to know is that you will always get the weekly pay. You're always going to get paid monthly, and you're always going to get paid some bonuses weekly. You will unlock something called daily pay, which is exactly what it sounds like, after you hit rank 2, which is 1,500 points in a month, which I'll show.
Okay, if you need to get paid every day, you have a more serious financial problem. Okay, like that's there. You have bigger issues if you need to get paid every single day, like right now. That's not good. That's a bad sign. That means you need to get your shit together.
In a little bit. All right, so getting into volume, this is what all little volume are called. This is BV, just means the points that you're actually getting paid on. All these will go through as we continue, but if you want to take a screenshot of that or whatever works best for you, by all means, okay? All right, and then let's go straight to this because this is the most important stuff.
I highly doubt that what she's talking about is going to be the most important stuff. You know, she says that it's just $45 or $49, I forget what it was. She said that it was just that amount annually, except it says right here that you have to have 50 PQV every month in order to get paid anything at all. Like it says right here, a promoter is qualified to earn if they meet a minimum of 50 PQV during that current qualifying cycle. That means that you got to get $50 in purchases, right? And guess what? I'm going to guess that a bunch of that is going to be the distributors just buying it. So you're going to be spending like $50 a month. So it's not just $49 a year. You also have to meet that qualifying volume. And don't give me this shit about you love the product. You wouldn't be buying this product if you weren't trying to advance or whatever, or get paid on your MLM commissions. You wouldn't. You just wouldn't.
And when I say the most important stuff, I'm going to tell you what I knew when I joined. Okay, what I knew when I joined is that I needed to hit MVP. I needed to get as many people as possible to MVP and create a factory of MVPs. I knew I needed to get to AllStar, and then I knew I wanted to earn the car. Aside from that, I was not the person who's,
so those are all the things she needed to do. Did you hear anything about selling a product? Did you hear anything about ketones? I didn't hear anything in there.
sat there and studied the compensation plan all day long, every single day, finding out what the BV was on every single thing or anything like that. I was the person that said, what are the fundamentals? What do I need to do? And then I got to work. And I know you can see some of the stuff behind me, I guess. I don't have room for the amount of trophies that I've earned in the company. I don't say that to be like, oh, humble. It's not a humble brag. It's
we can't see anything that's behind you, girl. You are sharing your screen.
Sweep the company every single year, and I am not the person who ever discusses the compensation plan. So I can teach people how to win. I can teach you how to make a lot of money. I can teach you how to do
Okay, but you can't though. You can teach us the way that you made money in 2017.
a lot of things, going line by line in Excel sheets and all of the little is not what got me where I am as top earner in the company and the profession. All right.
Right. That was getting in early that got you there.
But with that said, I respect the fact a lot of you are here and you want to know these things. So let's start here with Go MVP. This is your first goal. This is our core rank if you're familiar with network marketing. This is a cash bonus that unlocks when all you need to do is you have to have 3 personal customers within your first 30 days. Okay, so first 30 days, find 3 customers, hit the amount of points, which is 2,000 points in total, and you can do this with...
You have to have 3 customers and you have to get 2,000 points. Does that mean that they have to spend $2,000? Yeah. So to get this MVP bonus, you have to get 2,000 in team volume and 1,600 in personal team volume. That means that your downline, essentially, or your customers, if you have any, or you need to spend $2,000 on Prüvit products, assuming it's $1 per point, which it usually is. So whatever bonus they're giving you, they're not really giving you that much because you just got them that much in sales. And that's crazy. That is crazy that you have to get 2,000 in volume. That's insane. That is insane. Also, you're not going to get 3 customers. You're just not.
Anything. You can do this with 25 boxes of our mainstay product. You can do this by recruiting people if you choose to. You can do this if people...
Oh, okay. If you choose to. Right. They must be scared. They must be. 25 boxes? Yeah, that would mean that their product is what? That would make it $80 per box, right? Yeah. Which sounds about right. That's probably how much it costs. So yeah, your team has to spend 2,000 points or $2,000 to get 2,000 points to get $500 back.
By Keto Kick or Protones or all the stuff you don't even know what that means. It's any...
Yeah, you don't know what the products mean, but here we are talking about money and recruiting.
Combination. So mix and match. It just takes 3 people. You can have way more than 3, but 3 is all that's required. So that is MVP. That is the marker that we get every single person to. We talk about it all the time. MVP, 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 MVP. With that said, it is such an important cornerstone of our company. This is a new bonus that was rolled out a couple of years ago that was not in my original compensation plan bonus video, and it's called the MVP multiplier. You do the same thing over and over and over again. And you're going to see that not only are you going to keep getting the cash bonuses, the first time is $500.
Okay, see, you had to get people to spend $2,000 on this keto bullshit or recruit people. And you had to get 3 people to sign up to be customers. And you get $500. You're already out $1,500 then, net. That sucks. Okay. That sucks because you know that they're going to be buying a bunch of it themselves, because you're just not going to be able to convince people to buy $2,000 in products from you. You're just not. That's not how it works.
You're going to get 250 the next month, 250 the next month, and then 750. 250, 250, 750, 250, 250, 750. It continues to stack.
This is like one of those slot machines that has like all the lines on it and stuff or whatever. I don't understand them. This multiplier thing. Also, so you have to keep hitting that. So you have to keep getting $2,000 in sales, but you only get $250 the next time you do it? What the fuck? That sucks. And you're getting them $2,000 in sales. So basically, you're getting negative $1,750.
Found it immediately important, and I drove to it consistently, was the Go AllStar Bonus. This is a cash bonus that when you help 4 people that you've personally recruited achieve that same thing of 3 customers in their first 30 days, you do this within your first 4 months, and you are going to get an AllStar Bonus. We'll get to the cash amounts of this in a second.
Okay, she blew through that really fast. It was 4 people to get the MVP bonus. So 4 people in your downline get the MVP bonus. Then you get the AllStar bonus, which is $1,000. Be clear here. That means you need to have 4 people in your downline. Those 4 people have to each get 3 customers signed up. And each of those 4 MVPs have to get $2,000 in sales. So total, you need to have $8,000 in sales happening in your downline minimum. And you need a total of 12 customers basically at the end of the day. Or you get nothing. And even if you do all that, you get $1,000. But you got $8,000 in sales minimum. I can't believe it. Like, she's just going through this so quickly, but like, no, like, stop. That is virtually impossible to get. You have to get 4 people. Each of them has to get 3 customers and has to have a total of $2,000 in sales, each of those 4. For a bonus of $1,000. That's so much work. That is so much work. If it's even possible. It wouldn't be possible for me.
That was super important to me. And then there's all of these extra bonuses, which aren't nearly as important. So I never focused on them, but I always got paid on them. We can go through them later if you'd like me to. And then this VIP bonus, I really want to talk about as soon as we get to the important stuff with the numbers. I'm going to scroll down because, like I told you, what was then most important to me ended up being the champion car bonus. The champion car bonus is when you get paid to drive a car. So,
but you don't, though.
This is $800 towards a luxury car of your choice. Any car you want. The value of the car just has to be $55,000 or more.
Okay, personally, I cannot imagine spending $55,000 on a car. You know, Chad Garner told me that it's a depreciating asset, especially a car that has been, oh my God, a car that's been leased.
Send it into the company, and when you achieve this bonus, and so when you achieve this rank 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, when you achieve rank 6, which is 30,000 points, if you want to write that down.
So that means you're getting $30,000 in sales for this company
in 1 calendar month, and you maintain
per month, and they're just giving you $800 back.
Maintain it for a second month. You unlock an $800 a month car bonus. Okay?
Okay. So just think about this for a second, right? What this entails is the bonus is they will pay up to $800 toward a purchase or lease of a vehicle that costs $55,000 or more, as long as you put the Prüvit branding on it and it is from their selection that they approve. Now, why do you figure they give $800 toward that instead of just giving you $800? You know, it's a very strange thing to do, right? So let's think. Number one, it's good marketing for them. Well, it's not necessarily good marketing, but it is marketing for Prüvit, because number one, you have to have the branding on that car. You have to have like the decals and everything on it. You're required to buy a car that's $55,000 or more, or they won't give you any money toward it, which is weird. But again, they want you driving around in a really fancy, expensive car so that people will see you doing that, and they will see that the Prüvit branding is on it, and they will think that that it's possible to just get that car, because they'll just assume, you know, that you got it for free from your company, which no, you didn't. And crucially, it has to be an expensive car, and you can't get the bonus in cash. It can only be applied to a lease or a purchase of a car, an expensive car. So how much more desperate are you going to be to keep your rank if you are running the risk of that car getting repossessed? So if you don't meet the qualifications, if you drop a rank or whatever, you will only get 50% of that $800. So you only get $400 the next month, and you get one more grace month after that. After that, you don't get anything, and you will have to requalify for it all over again. And I don't know about you, but I don't have an extra $800 for a car payment per month. That's crazy. Also, you know that these people, they don't have good credit. So a lease or a loan on a car that costs $55,000 is probably going to be $800 a month or more. That's just the way it's going to be, because if you have bad credit, it's going to be very expensive. You don't have a lot of money, you don't have good credit, so you're probably not going to be able to finance a luxury vehicle. So at best, you're going to be able to lease it. And that's going to be really expensive, because they're going to have a lot of stipulations on it. You're going to have really good insurance on it, because they're taking a risk on you. Like, it's going to be some pretty terrible terms on that lease, if you can even get one with bad credit for a luxury vehicle. I mean, and forgetting about just the lease payment and or the car payment, the insurance on it is going to be astronomical. And you're going to be required to have it if you want that lease. You're going to have insurance on it. The deductible is probably going to have to be below a certain amount, or they won't accept it as being satisfactory coverage on that car, depending on how bad your credit is and what your history looks like. So this is very expensive. And guess what? Prüvit's not paying for your insurance on that car. They're only paying a maximum of $800 a month toward the lease payment or toward the purchase payment. So, I mean, it's just a whole mess. It's a really good way for them to get you sucked into their company for at least, 24 months if you lease it. And I haven't checked this, but I'm pretty damn sure that if you lease a car that is $55,000 new, that lease payment is going to be over $800, especially if you have bad credit. It's probably going to be closer to $1,000 a month. So it's not even going to cover the whole lease payment. But what do I know? I bought my car used and I already paid it off. But when I first bought it, the payments were only like under $200. So stupid me, I could be doing Prüvit and having a new car that, you know, depreciated, and it just and all of that is on top of the fact that you have to get the car branded with Prüvit decals and everything, or they are not going to pay that payment. And the Prüvit has nothing to do with your lease either. They're just giving you money toward that payment. So anything that goes wrong, if things go sideways, which they will, it's all your responsibility.
I have had that car bonus since my very first month. I hit the car bonus in 6 days. If it matters to any of you, I've never dropped rank in this company. I never plan on dropping.
How is that possible? How is that possible? Because don't you have to qualify for like 2 months or whatever?
Dropping rank in this company or any company I'm part of. It's just part of my leadership like mentality.
It's part of your scammer mentality and your obsessiveness is what it is, and your shamelessness
around this. So that's important for you to know. All right. So let's keep on moving. All right. So the ranks you can see are how you're going to get paid. And I'm going to go down here because maybe this is important to you. These are, let me back it up. 70% rule matters. 70% rule matters because no more than 70% of your group volume, the entire team, okay, the entire team, no more than 70% can come from one team. So let's say it's me, Jessie Lee. I'm day one. I recruit Sasha and I recruit Mateo, okay? 2 people, hypothetical figures, okay? Let's say Sasha comes in and Sasha blows it up. He is crazy. He is super successful. He comes in right away and right off the bat, first month, oh my gosh, he's a flippin' legend. He sells 100,000 points. My rank is not necessarily going to be pro
$100,000. That's not going to happen.
Champion, which I'm about to show you, which is 100,000 points, because it all came from one side. If Mateo's over here doing, I don't know what Mateo does, selling 5,000 points. Will you get paid on all of it? Yes. We don't have breakaway like some companies have. You'll get paid on all of the volume, but your rank is not going to count. Okay? So you'll have all of the volume, but it's 70-30. In this compensation plan, you only need 2 legs. So sometimes people ask me all the time, do you need 1 leg, 3 legs? I've heard of this compensation.
Wow. I mean, I guess the concerns that they have here are just, you know, also, that's kind of ableist that you can't have 1 leg or 0 legs. You know, not everybody has 2 legs, Jessie.
It needs 12 legs. It's a 2-leg plan. It's not a binary.
What do you mean? If it's 2, then it is binary.
It's a hybrid unilevel, if anybody's wondering. 2 legs.
If you need 2 legs, how is it not binary?
Legs. 1 can be up to 70% of the volume. 1 can be whatever you want. Now, I'll tell you, I looked at the compensation plan and I told you I'm top earner. You can check the Carfax. It's everywhere. Everyone knows.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, good for you. You're queen scammer.
I went really wide. So I brought in a lot of personal recruits. I continue to bring in a lot of personal recruits. I continue to get the most people in the entire company to hit that MVP core rank.
How much did you sell?
Every year, there's a trophy every year to prove what I just said right behind me. All of those people that are personal recruits, frontline recruits, that right there is the stability of my income. I did not bring in one person, 70%, and then hope to try to find people who did whatever. I was consistently building. Okay, so with that said, let's keep going through this really fast. You're probably seeing the ranks now over here. So you're seeing rank 1 is 250, rank 2, like I talked about, daily pay is 1,500, rank 3 is 5,000, rank 4 is 10,000, rank 5 is 20,000. This is where you're gonna unlock the car. This is that 30,000, okay? Rank 7 is 100,000, rank 8 is 250,000, rank 9 is 750,000, rank 10 is 1 million, and legend is a minimum of 2 million BV, those points, excuse me, QV, qualifying volume, those points every single month, okay? So these...
Good for you. You're bringing in $2 million in revenue for them. So I would hope if they're bringing that in every month, then you're getting a pittance. Okay.
These numbers right here are how the ranks are calculated. The team volume over here is your first 3 levels. First 3 levels for those of you that are brand new to any of this, it would be, so if it's me, Jessie Lee, and you have your personal recruit, this is level 1. They recruit somebody, level 2. They recruit somebody, level 3. All of the volume on those 3 levels is your team volume. Again, little bonus tip from somebody making a lot of money in the compensation plan. I'm not normal, but I will tell you, if you make
no one thought you were, sweetheart.
Make a main focus on going wide, and then those 3 levels being very well stacked, meaning a lot of people doing a lot in those first 3 levels, that is why the checks get really big. Okay, so this is not, I really hope you're listening to this, especially if you have network marketing experience. You do not want to be the person that builds the business extremely deep. If you build the business extremely deep, that is not going to help your team volume, and team volume is required to rank advance. Okay, if you have questions on any of this, make sure you subscribe.
So just to clarify here, the way that the checks get really big is by you want to build your team really wide. So you want to recruit a lot of people. That's how you get the checks to be really big. So the checks are based on, it would seem, I'm sure she's just misspeaking or something, but it's based on, how big you build the 3-sided square. Which some would call that a pyramid scheme, but I mean, there's a product. I mean, we haven't talked about the product since like the beginning of this presentation, and she keeps emphasizing how the most important thing is to recruit, and you want to recruit a lot of people. Okay, you want to recruit as many as you can because that's how the checks get really big. Not based on sales. Like who the fuck cares about that?
And you can also comment questions below. I'll make sure that we jump in and we have questions answered as time goes on. Okay? All right, so let's continue this thing going because I think it's super important. So I'm built, so correct. So if you're looking at this, I'm built very much like this. Like I'm almost like a reverse pyramid of sorts. So my
How?
business is very, very large on top, and then it gets smaller and smaller and smaller as it goes to the bottom.
Yeah, but like it's not like you have one person who recruited one person. It's like you have like you at the top, and then you have all of these people, but then you have all of these people as recruits. So even if like there's no way that you could be building a reverse pyramid because all of your recruits probably have at least one other recruit, which means that that level below the first one is going to at least at minimum be the same size as the one above it, right? Like that's just the way it has to be. But if any of them have more than one recruit below them, then that's going to be wider than the level above it. So don't give me this bullshit, Jessie Lee.
Which I know debunks a lot of stuff people say. Now,
no, it doesn't at all because you don't understand what you're talking about. If you recruit 3 people and then those 3 people, even if they only recruit one person, well, that's already not a reverse pyramid. Like that's not possible. Even if they recruit 1, it's at minimum the same size as the level above it. And you probably got them to recruit 3, right? Because you said that you helped so many people get the VIP bonus, right? So let's say they recruit 3. You have 1, 3, 9. See how this works? Then you have 27. But what you're doing is you're trying to claim that like because, each of these people recruited fewer people than you recruited, then you're saying that that means that that level is smaller than yours. No, it's not because they're not the only person on that level, are they? Get it through your head. You didn't debunk shit, Jessie.
This is actually up to 6 months, which just means you have the ability to place and move people as you see fit. Maybe they match in leadership. Maybe if you want advice from me, if you join our team, I can give you advice on how placement can work. You have 6 months to do this. All right. Very easy. There's a little diagram if you want to see how that works. Okay.
Okay. So this like rearranging of the legs where you have to get your distributors arranged a certain way to get paid. that should be a red flag right there. Okay. If they weren't trying to screw you out of getting the amount that you earned, if they weren't trying to scam you out of that, they would just give it to you. They wouldn't force you to play these little head games like this to figure out what the optimal arrangement of your downline is. They would just give it to you.
Keep your own customers. Just so you know, we don't place customers. It doesn't make any sense in our compensation plan. All right, I'm going to keep on going, scrolling down really quickly, and let me see what else I find to be super important. Okay, so
I've been making anti-MLM content since like what? Well, like in the current era of the Mac Attack channel since like June of 2020. And even I have trouble grasping this compensation plan at the rate she's going through it. So if I didn't know anything about network marketing, I would be so lost by this point. It would just be all washing over me, because even now, I'm like, even after doing this for 3 years, like I'm having trouble keeping up with it, with how fast she's going through it. Like, because these things are really, really complicated, and there's always provisions and requirements and very specific technicalities about every single thing that she's saying. There are little things that she'll gloss over but are actually super important and will keep you from getting paid. And there are caveats and there are exceptions, but none of that is getting addressed. It's all just, oh, look how much money you're gonna get. Well, you're not. Okay.
I'm going to end up pulling up the actual ways to get paid and the actual money itself. All right, so now I'm going to share with you guys the actual commissions, because this might really matter to you. These are our residual commissions, and these are your monthly residual commissions that are based on that BV, that bonus volume that I talked about. As you can see, you're going to get paid 11 levels, and that's exciting, right? You're going to be paid on 11 different levels. You can see the percentage, even that rank 1 is being paid 5% on the residual commission of everybody that they lead. Now, what I love about network marketing in general is that you will get paid based off of your level of leadership. So if you are coaching and training and
level of scamming and level of shamelessness, you mean?
Teaching people how to sell, and you're plugging them into a system like our team has, you're going to see your checks grow very fast because they are learning how to make money too. The only way you make money in direct sales and network marketing is by helping people make money and by you directly selling yourself.
Okay, that sounds like a pyramid scheme to me, because you're helping people do the same thing as you. It's a bigger fool's scam.
That's it. Okay, so if you look at this chart right here, you can see, you can take a screenshot, you can do whatever you need to do. Obviously, rank 10 is going to be your top level. I am a legend, like I mentioned, but I get paid.
Right, that's because you're false.
As that rank 10. So 5%, 5%, 7%, 7%, 7%, 5, 5, 5, 1, 1, 1.
Okay, you guys getting all of this? Great.
You get that power up, and you'll be able to see how the power up works in just a little bit here.
I guarantee you I probably won't understand it, because like, how is anyone supposed to grasp this? That's why they do it this way. They make it like this so that it's confusing, so that it's too complicated for you to understand, so that by the time you figure out that you're not making money, it's like 3 years later. Seriously, think about it. What possible legitimate purpose could there be for having the way you pay your pseudo employees be this complicated? Unless you are trying to conceal how difficult it is to make money at your company. That's the only way that this level of complicated bullshit makes any sense whatsoever. It only makes sense through that lens.
Compression is important. We do have compression in our compensation plan. Let's say you've recruited somebody who just quite frankly doesn't do anything, and the person that they've recruited is engaged. It will compress up as if that level 2 promoter is actually in your first level, which is obviously super powerful stuff. You're going to see these champion bonuses. The champion bonuses are just based off of the people that are that are car earners in your business. So car earners that are also hitting that 30,000 points every single month, that is going to compress up to 5 different generations. So this is an extra bonus. So here's again a visual example of that if that's something that you are looking for.
Oh, okay. Well, it makes perfect sense now. That just went completely over my head. I don't know what any of this means. And she's saying that this is great for someone who doesn't have any MLM experience. How is someone with no MLM experience supposed to understand this? How are they supposed to understand anything you're even talking about? Right, because that's the point. That's why they make it this way. There's no reason why they couldn't have it be a simple system for determining your commission. There's no reason that it needs to be this complicated. There's a reason that you only see this in MLMs. You would never see a compensation plan that was this complicated anywhere else. Why would that be? Probably because it's not very generous, to say the least.
We do have residual matches as well. So this, of course, is matching you on the percentage of everything. Now, I am a big fan over here. Where is it? Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know where it is, but I'm just going to explain it. We have a bonus that is called the retailer bonus. And the retailer bonus is something that when I first joined the business, not only was I excited that I was going to get paid on my personal sales, the 20% plus all of the cash bonuses, the VIP bonuses, and the MVP bonuses every single month, but you can actually do MVP 3 times in your first month, so you can actually speed it up. It'll reset every Monday. That's new. But I was really excited because I wanted to have a business where people were really making money. And I do believe that when you are first introduced to a business, you need to sell to make money. And so we have a bonus.
Brilliant, Jessie. You need to sell to make money. It took you that. Imagine having to state that as a belief. Wow. I mean, you're really going out on a limb there.
Bonus called the retailer bonus, where you are paid that 20% of your own sales, and then everyone that you bring into business, you are paid 5%. Okay, you're paid 5% of their retail sales on top of the residual.
That blows. That's terrible. That sucks. If selling is so important, why don't they just increase that and then just get rid of all the other bonuses? Why don't they just increase the commission percentage to a more reasonable amount and then just stop with all the other shit? Oh, I know why. Because they want you to recruit.
Separate. Everyone that they bring in business, you are paid 10%. And everyone they bring in, you're paid an extra 15% on their sales. That retailer bonus makes up a majority of my check, which means that the people that are on our team, the reason why my check is so high.
So she earns 15% from the people farther down in her downline. That's bullshit.
Is because I am coaching people how to actually sell.
Oh, go fuck yourself, Jessie.
You can't have a high retailer bonus if people in your business are not also making money. It is not possible to.
Bullshit. I'm sure you maybe you can only have it if they're grossing money, but they don't have to be earning money like net income. You could have every single person be losing money every single month and you would still get that retailer bonus, girl. And you know it because how do I know this? Because most people in your organization are losing money in terms of net.
Do so. So that was something that excited me when I first joined. I hope that excites you as well. So I'm excited about
the fact that is exciting says a lot about the MLM industry.
That. Hope you are too. All right. So anything else in this compensation plan that I think is super, super important? The only other thing that I would really like to recommend is that you pay attention to the $10,000 bonus we have when you first start. I'm going to go over that right now. All right, so check this out because this is our 10K reset that we have going on for everybody who joined, and I'm excited to share this with you. So this is our company-wide reset, and this is really your game plan to guaranteeing that you make $10,000, meaning if you do all these things, if you are a brand new promoter, you will make $10,000 in those first 120 days. So check this out. Like I talked about, you're going to hit that Go MVP bonus, those 3 customers, those 2,000 points. You're going to hit your VIP bonus, which is with customers. We can go over that in just a second here. That's in your first 30 days. In your next 30 days, you do do it again. You re-hit MVP like that multiplier, boom, another $500. Boom, you get that $50 VIP bonus for ongoing customers. We'll see it in a second. And if you make sure that you are helping people hit MVP, zing, zing, you get a power up. I like that little sound, zing, zing. You get an MVP power up of $100. In your next 30 days, you hit the MVP again. It's an extra $500. You get that VIP bonus that's ongoing with your customers. And then you also get that $100 MVP mentor power up again. Do it in your and then in your first 4 months, your 120 days, you hit AllStar. You get those 4 people to their MVP. Immediately you get $1,000. Immediately, if you start with a mega pack, you get that $1,000 mega power up. You also, because you hit the VIP bonus those first 3 months, another $1,000 bonus, and then your team builder bonus is another $1,000. If and when you hit car earner in your first 6 months, the company will give you another $3,000. And if you hit rank 7 in your first 12 months, the company will give you $10,000 more dollars. So that's an extra $10,000 guaranteed in your first 4 months, plus the extra $10,000 on top. That is something we're really excited about.
I mean, I guess it sounds like a lot when someone just says $10,000, but you have to remember, we're talking about earning a living here, because you would have to be doing this full time for that to even be on the edge of possible, which it's not possible, but don't worry. So we're talking about earning a living. In terms of earning a living, when we're talking about like your base level of income that's coming in, $10,000 is not a significant portion of the amount of money that you need to earn to continue having a place to live and food to eat and, medical expenses paid and your car payment paid. So I'm not bragging when I say that I earn $10,000 just at my full-time job in 3 months or less. So it's going to take you, if everything goes perfectly and you heard all those requirements, right, to get 10,000, it's going to take you what? She said like four months, was it? To get $10,000. So that's $2,500 a month. Because it took you so many months to do it. And each of those months you're getting what? $1,000 for one of those bonuses and $500 for the other. So that's $1,500 a month. So that's a total of what? $4,000. Because you have if we divide up that $10,000 by 4 months, that's $2,500 plus $1,500 of the other bonuses. That's $4,000 a month. I make more than that. So this is not super appealing, especially considering that is so much work. That is so many things that you have to make happen. That is, the requirements are so high and you have to hit them every single month. There's a reason that she's probably the only person who has successfully done this. So I don't know. I mean, maybe you're cut out for it, but even if you are, there are jobs where you could earn more than $4,000 in a month. That's just a fact.
We are running right now. All right, so quickly I want to go over this gameplay just for some quick cash rewards. I've mentioned the VIP bonus a couple times, and I just want to lay it out for you in very clean, plain English so you can see it and visually see where you want to go as well. So here are our gameplay rewards. MVP multiplier, like I showed you before. This is a monthly bonus that you...
I'm sorry, are you explaining your new casino or what? Because this isn't a casino. You have a better chance of earning money in roulette than you do at multi-level marketing. That's a fact.
You can continue to stack every single month. You're going to see this power up right here. And also, we just changed this. This is an addition. So if you see it on month 1, you get the $250 bonus. On month 3, you're going to get a power up of $750. On month 6, you're going to get a power up of $1,500 US dollars. On month 9, you're going to get a power up of $2,250 extra dollars on top of that $250 every month.
Okay, all of these amounts of money, they sound like a lot, right? But that they only sound like a lot if they're like in addition to or on top of the income that you're getting from your employment or from other whatever sources that you get it from. That's because if you get rid of that, when we're talking about like money that you need to live, these numbers are not enough to cover that. And this is something that you would need to absolutely be doing full time, more than full time probably.
And that continues, okay? This is visually what the AllStar bonus looks like. The 4 MVPs, boom, $1,000 cash, okay?
Yeah, see how easy that is you got to get 4 MVPs. So each of those people has to get 3 people, and each of those 4 people has to get $2,000 in sales or buy $2,000 of shit. Yeah, just boom, $1,000. Okay, great. Like, so that's less than a quarter of what I earn at my job.
Let's go to the Go Fast bonus, which is when you are actually recruiting. These are your recruiting bonuses. Go Fast is your recruiting bonuses. You can check this out. Obviously, there's a bunch of examples that you can visually see. MVP mentor bonus, you heard me mention.
You getting all of this? You getting all of this? This is a really simple, easy to understand plan.
A couple of times, especially in the 10K giveaway. This is how you get this, okay? So
yeah, it's so easy, you guys.
So every single person you develop into MVP, you are going to get that $50. The power up is how you is when you are actually all-star, okay?
Frankly, the fact that any of these things are $50 is insulting.
The VIP bonus, though, I keep mentioning because it's really powerful and it's really important if you want to have a stable business. VIP bonuses are based off of your own personal customers. Call them VIP customers if they are on AutoShip Smart Ship. So by having 10 customers of your own on a AutoShip Smart Ship, you are going to get in the first month from having 10, $150, and every single month after 50. If you have 25, your first month is a $250 bonus, ongoing monthly bonus.
So if you personally have 25 customers on AutoShip, I want you to carefully think if you would be able to accomplish that. Would you? I couldn't. There's no way. And I'm assuming that you probably got to keep 25 people from canceling, or you got to keep churning in new people to keep it at 25. And all you get is $250 a month for that. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. That's insulting. That is an insult for how much you have done there. With 25 people on AutoShip and you get $250. That's like $10 a person. That sucks.
Bonus of 100. If you have 50 customers on SmartShip that are your own, you're going to get a $500 bonus and ongoing $200 every month. And
yeah, that's not good for the amount of work that you're doing there. That's not good. That sucks. That's really low. That's honestly insulting.
And if you have 75, 1,000 first time bonus, and then 300 every single month, when you have 100 customers on VIP AutoShip.
So you have 100 customers on VIP AutoShip and that's all you get. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. That's extremely valuable. That is a company that does not value you.
You will get $2,000 cash as a first time bonus.
But you have 100 people on AutoShip. That sucks for that. That's so much work. Getting that done is so much work.
And every single month for eternity, you will get $400 US.
Yeah, if you get 100 people on AutoShip and all they give you is $400 a month, you should slap them in the face.
This is something our team is using to capitalize, which also builds into this retailer bonus that I talked about. But here's how you're going to see the actual visual. So you can see your personal customers, you're going to make that percentage, and then you're going to get 5, 10, 15%. And then we rock and roll, and the rest is history.
Yeah, Prüvit will be history soon.
That is the compensation plan with Prüvit. It is easy breezy lemon squeezy. I've been with the company for 5.
I don't know. A lot of those parts sound either impossible, and the parts that do sound possible, they kind of suck. Like, it's kind of insulting how little they're paying you for the money that you're bringing in for some of these.
5 years and counting. I'm the top earner. I'm an icon.
Good for you, babe. But guess what? Not everyone can have your rank, because you still have to keep bringing in people at the bottom. Not everyone can be up near the top. Okay, there's a reason that it's just you.
Icon earner. My title is legend, and if you have
because you're false.
any questions, just comment them below, and I'd love to answer them for you. All of this information can also be found along with an income disclosure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the way you would answer them would be really snotty, so I'm not going to ask you anything.
Statement on Prüvit's website.
Ooh, let's take a look.
And remember, I work really hard, so the reason why I'm top earner and I have all these accolades, etc., is because
you have no shame and no integrity.
Of the work and the effort and the intention that I have put in.
No, it's because you don't care that you're deceiving people, and because you know it'll be personally very profitable for you to bring them into your little scam, because the money that is being paid to you is coming from your downline who is buying all this shit and paying all these fees.
Into the business now for 5 full years and counting. My name is Jessie Lee. Feel free to follow me on all social media channels. I'm Boss Lee is my handle, or you can Google Jessie Lee Ward, and I would love to answer your questions and potentially be your mentor.
Okay, so really all we need from this income disclosure statement to really get a sense of what's going on here is this first paragraph, okay? First of all, my question is, it says that 9,680 promoters signed up in 2022, and then it goes on to boast that 9,406 were still active at the end of the year. Except before that, it said that a promoter is anyone who paid that $49 fee at any point during the year. So of course they're all still active if they joined during that year. I don't even know how anyone dropped out. Did they maybe like explicitly go in and drop out? Yeah, that makes it sound really high, but like, yeah, it's virtually impossible for them to have dropped out, unless probably if they took a specific step to unsign up themselves or whatever. But if you're defining it as anyone who paid the $49 during the year at any point, then yeah, I would hope they're all still active. Jesus Christ. But like here, okay, so let's continue. So the average annual income for a promoter in 2022, annual income was $2,392.51. Annual. So that is, let's see, that's $199 a month. So that's already not great, but you have to remember, this is the average. So that means like the mean. So when you're doing the average, you have the issue that an outlier can influence the average an undue amount. So if you have, if you have Boss Lee making $1 million, right? And then you have 3 people earning nothing, which it would be more than 3 people, but let's say you have 3 people earning nothing. Well, what's the average? Well, you divide $1 million by 4 and the average is 250,000. That's the average. See how that's a little bit deceptive? Well, that's what the median exists for. And the median is just, if you list all the numbers out, you pick the one that's in the middle. You sort them in order, and then you pick the one that is right in the middle. So that's a much more reflective statistic to get a sense of the overall tendency of the data. So for the median, if we were using my example of Boss Lee earning $1 million and then 3 people earning nothing, the median would be 0, which is a much more accurate reflection of the data. So the median annual income for all promoters in 2022 was $10.59, 88 cents a month. That's the median. That means that 50% of the Prüvit distributors, 50% of the promoters made less than 88 cents a month. Half of them earned less than 88 cents a month. So it's basically a coin flip. You have a 50% chance of making more than 88 cents and a 50% chance of making less than 88 cents. And that's before expenses. So actually, $10.59 minus that $49 fee, right? So that is negative $38.41. So that's a loss of $3.20 a month once you factor in that $49 fee, that super low $49 fee. So you have a 50% chance of losing $38.41 for the year. I'm all set. I've been Mac. Peace out. Bye!